Red Strand. We're going to do an solo acoustic version. I'm not a fan of like Irish music with all that fiddle and I don't know, man. I just don't get it. I don't dig it. So we're not going to do the album version. I think a solo version of this song works a lot better. The version we're doing is from 2010. The link is below from a YouTube video on the Philip Cranley channel. So shout out to Philip. And yeah, let's check it out. This one's pretty simple. All right, we'll stop it there. An Irish ballad in D major. What do you know? I think they're all in D major, and if they're not, they got a capo, and then they're played in they're played in D with a capo. So real simply, just starts off with a, and you can hear he's really emphasizing this open. It's A note here. Second fret of the G string. Sounds like he's doing a little of the cheese, you know, the classic hammer on there. He's not doing that one, but he's doing that one. But really emphasizing that A note. And then that leads us into where the vocal starts, and it's the word two souls comes in. That's it's all D, but it's sus2, okay? And on the screen I've got the chords listed as D, but with a little note there that says these are all D sus2, just to, it takes up a little less space on the screen. So, I mean, that's the quintessential Irish move. Quick move to the 4 chord, and then back to the 1. And then G, and then you quickly hit that C sharp, and then down to B minor. One cold December. So on that line, on one cold December, you bring down to a B minor over A. So you're just playing B minor over A. December night. And that's the G add 2 chord we've talked about 10 million times on the channel. Depends how you play it. If you play with an open B at the bottom, it gives you a G add 2. If you don't play it with an open B at the bottom and just play that, it's actually a G sus2. Okay, so either way, you want to do that. And then it ends on an A sus. So one cold December night, and then it repeats. There sat beneath the bright stars. How were we to understand? And then there's a drop down to G over F sharp. We haven't gotten to that part yet, I don't think, have we? I think I'm a little ahead of myself, so let's listen to the rest of this. There sat beneath the bright stars. How we So the second half of the first verse, same thing, G, D, D, G. How we to understand, and then you have an F sharp over G there. You can just play it as an F sharp note. Down to E minor 7. Change forever back to D, and that A, that night upon the Strand. So the A is a sus2. Definitely not an A major, right? Definitely not an A major. Nick hardly ever uses A major. He does it now and again, but most of the time it's a sus2. So that's it. That's the whole verse. Chord chart is below, as always with the Nick songs. And The second verse is the same as the first. Insert Herman Hermit's GIF or whatever here.
Second verse, same as the first.
So scoot ahead a bit. Okay. So here's the end of this second verse. So at the end of the second verse, what he does, he just ends it on a D, with that A to D. And then before he goes to the chorus, he hits a D over F sharp. Okay? And then we go to the chorus here. I'll scoot back a little bit. I'm guessing that's a chorus. This song doesn't really fit sort of the standard mechanism. The verse ends with the line "Red Strand," so I'm just calling this a chorus. You could call it, who cares? Let's just call it a chorus. Real simple. So out of that D over F sharp, you get simple A sus2, B minor, and then drop the root down to A, and back towards the shore. That part's interesting. He only does it like this in one of the choruses. He starts off with the G add 2, back towards the shore, and for some weird reason he goes to just a regular G major there. So he doesn't do that in the rest of the song, just there. There's a few things in this song, if you watch this video, that tip me off to him having not played this a lot, because during the verse he keeps wanting to go early to that that C sharp note. You'll see him kind of like wanting to go there and not going there. So it looks like he had just started performing this one. I suspect that might be why, or just who knows what's going on in his head. But so then we have a really interesting key change here. We move to, I would call this B major via an F sharp chord. So playing an F sharp major there works really well because it's nominally a minor chord in that key. But adding a major third, like in Hotel California, well, it's a 7 chord in Hotel California, but that you hear that in that song. There's a ton of songs that throw in the major 3 chord. So we go to a major 3 chord, which brings us into a 5, 1, 4 in B major. So we get that's a B down to A. So instead of B minor down to A, you get B down to A. So like no one ever had before. So F sharp, B, B over A, then E, but no one ever had before. So there, no one ever had. That sounds to me like an E to an E7. And then before is on an A sus. Right? Hard to sing these songs properly at a low volume. You can't sing in a low voice. You have to sing clearly and well, you have to sing high. My wife and kid are, the daughter are asleep, so I got to kind of keep it down a little bit. So anyway, that's it. F sharp, B, B over A, D, E7, A sus. And then what you get is you get a partial third verse here. So partial third verse, just the second half of the first 2 verses that we've talked about so far. So then there's a sort of instrumental thing that he does. It's basically just a kind of a modified version of the verse. So yeah, I'll just kind of show you what he does here. So, goofed up that last chord, who cares? So he's just doing a D, G to D. And he's doing a quick move where he takes that note right there, which is F sharp, and brings it down to that note there, which is the A. And then he does a quick move like that, which is E to F sharp to G, because then it gets up to G, right? And then down to F sharp, E minor 7. He does a rake like that. Down the strings, does a rake. I'm all lost here. Oh yeah, does the rake down E minor 7, and then back to D. And then you have the D to F sharp, and then the chorus is going to come back in. So same chorus as before, nothing special there. And the song ends on a fourth verse that has a little twist at the end, so let's go through that. Alright, so the very last part of the song is a fourth verse. It's a shortened verse. And what he does is he changes it up. So instead of ending it on the D as he normally would, he ends it by extending it. So out of the second chorus, so there you get a B sus4 to B major, and I thank the Lord above me. So it's E, I thank E7, the Lord above me, D over F sharp, for that night of bloomed Strand. I would have ended it right there, but he carries it on, and then ends it like that. So real simple. I really like the key change, that temporary key change to B there in the chorus. So another one in the books. Thanks a million.